My name is Henrik Zetterman. I'm a former line manager, former vice president of engineering, now consultant for a company called ProAgile. And I'm here to talk about the leaders or the manager's role in an agile organization. But we're at an agile conference. We have about, what could it be, 200 people and probably 200 ways of interpreting what agile is. So I'm going to start with the definition. Going back to the Agile Manifesto, it says that we are uncovering better ways of developing software. I think we can stretch ourselves as far as to change software to products, but we're still uncovering better ways. Why do we need to uncover better ways? And the reason is this. The world is moving at an ever-increasing speed. It's full of volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. We call it the VUCA world. And in this world, we have our little organization, the fluffy cloud, constantly being affected by the VUCA. And while under this pressure, we still have to deliver value to customers, users, owners, employees, the world, the environment, everything, a lot of stuff to deliver value to. And how do we do that? Well, we need to learn. We need to learn about the needs of all these green whatnots down here. We need to learn about how our solutions that we build meet the needs of the whatnots. And we need to learn about how to build the solutions that meets the needs. But we have teams for that, right? That's why we have teams. In this team, we have someone who is really good at getting team to collaborate and developing the how-tos and so on. And some call them Scrum Masters. And we have teams or members of the team that are really, really good at building great solutions and discovering new tools for doing that. And we often call them developers. And then we have people, or someone at least, that is really, really good at capturing needs out there in the world outside of our team. And they build great products, and they match the price of the product to the money that the customers have. And we call them product owners sometimes. So what's left for me as a manager or a leader in this organization? Because I'm doing everything. Well, in the old organization, there was a role for me. I had my position, I made decisions, but the problem with this organization is that it's quite slow. Information and questions needs to rise up to the top of the organization, and the decisions come trickling down. And that's not really enough to be relevant on the market anymore. And another problem is that all the decisions were made at the top, which meant that the top had to learn everything, the needs, the solutions, the how-tos. And that's not humanly possible. No one can know everything. We need to collaborate to get this. So this is not valid anymore. It doesn't work. It's not enough to stay relevant. We need to do something else. We have to build an organization that is as fast as the world around us. Help! How do I do that? Well, leadership is about creating engagement. And there are different levels of engagement. On the first level of engagement, we have obedience. You do what you're told. Second level of engagement is diligence. You do what you're told, but you put some effort into it. Third level is intellect. You do what you're told, you do it with some effort, but you're also really smart. You might even be an expert in the area. The fourth level of engagement is initiative. And now you don't just do what you're told, you do what is needed. Fifth level, creativity. You come up with new ideas of solving problems. And daring. The dare to question the status quo. Not just accepting the way that we've always done it. And Gary Hamel, who came up with these levels of engagement, he drew a line in the middle. And he said that the bottom three are not enough. It's not enough to keep down there with obedience, diligence, and intellect if you want to be relevant on the market. Why? because they're a commodity. Anyone can buy it. So you are just competing with price. And someone will always be cheaper than you. But the top 3 are voluntary. You cannot pay someone or force someone to take initiative, to be creative and daring. So how does this help me then? Well, as a leader, you can run a lottery. Ellen Langer did this in the 70s. She ran a lottery where she divided the participants in 2 groups. One group was handed a ticket, the group to the right. And one group got to choose their own ticket, the group to the left. Same chance of winning, same lottery, but the behavior was kind of different. And then she tried to buy the tickets back. Now there was a difference between the 2 groups. The group on the left wanted 4 times the money to sell their tickets. What conclusion can we draw from this? We like our own ideas 4 times more. So if we want people to be engaged, to really invest in this, we have to let them choose. We have to invite them to do the voluntary things. And this is really leadership. We cannot tell someone what to do. If we do that, we're limited to obedience, diligence, and intellect. But if we invite them to participate, we can get all these great stuff. This is an opportunity for us. If we do it, then we get teams that feel that they can contribute and influence what they love to do. Because they're there because they love this. And leadership is also about creating a playing field. If we would play football without goals, without rules, without lines, it wouldn't be much football. And the same goes with teams. We need a playing field as a team to actually work as a team, because otherwise people would just run in any direction, right? Get the people on a parking lot and just tell them to win. Nothing's going to happen. We need some rules, we need some guidelines on how to win. We need some direction. Where are we heading? And this is where you, as a leader, contribute. What they don't need is control. Someone who's controlling them, telling them what to do, because then we're down to the bottom 3 levels of engagement. So don't stop controlling. Ask them to participate. Invite them. So the conclusion is that there is work for you in the future. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of agility. Change is an opportunity. We can actually use this to beat the rest of the market if we invite everyone to participate. But you have to reflect over your contribution to this. Sit down every day, every week, every month, and reflect over how can I make people more engaged in our organization and in our goals. Thank you very much. That's all for me.